Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for being here today. My name is David Holliday. I work for the National Student Exchange. Many of you know me. I do see some new names and faces here in the group as well. I think there's some Spanish faculty and advisors and folks from our member campuses that are here as well. So thank you. Welcome. Today's NSE webinar is focused on Puerto Rico. Uh, I will say personally, Puerto Rico is a wonderful place. I've traveled there several times, both for NSE purposes, but also for personal vacation. I actually brought my family there last year, about a year ago as well. It's a place that's near and dear to my heart, and so really excited to present on Puerto Rico. With the National Student Exchange, there are actually 12 campuses in Puerto Rico that are part of the National Student Exchange that send and receive students through the consortium. We have 8 of the campuses that are here today. Others could not attend, could not make it here today. So I do really appreciate the 8 of you that are able to make it and talk more about your campuses. We will be, I'll be referencing the NSE website and I'll share some links throughout the session here as well, because we do encourage everybody to explore some of those other campuses that could not be here today. If you have questions, I would use the chat at this point. We have a couple of moderators that'll be checking the chat, and if you have a question for a particular speaker, feel free to put it in there, and we'll have a moderator jump in and address that question. There will hopefully be time for Q&A towards the end of the session as well. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Sarah Cameron from Inter-American Barranquitas, who is going to teach us a little bit about the history, culture, geography of Puerto Rico, just as an introductory course for all of us. So Sarah, take it away.
Thank you, David. Hi, everyone. As David mentioned, my name is Sara Cameron, and today I am very excited to guide you through the amazing exchange opportunities awaiting for you in Puerto Rico. But first, let me take you on a quick but exciting journey to a place full of life, color, and history, which is Puerto Rico. Imagine a place where the Caribbean sun kisses your skin and then the Atlantic breeze caresses you, where centuries-old forts meet lively city streets, and where every dish, rhythm, and smile tells a story. Picture yourself in the heart of the island, the central mountain region of the island, where misty peaks, cool breezes, and lush forests surround small towns filled with tradition, warmth, and a deep sense of community. You can experience those and many other things in Puerto Rico. So let me take you to just quick facts about our island. Puerto Rico has a history shaped by colonization, resilience, and cultural fusion. Originally was inhabited by Taino people, which were colonized by Spain in 1493 and remained under the Spanish rule for over 100 years, until it was colonized by the United States in 1898. Our story is one of blending cultures, Taino, Spanish, Arabic, African, and American influence that have created something truly unique about Puerto Rico, something you can feel in the streets, in the art, in the music, and the food, and indeed in the people. Next. We are very, very privileged to live in a geography like no other. Located in the northeastern Caribbean, Puerto Rico is a small but mighty island, just 100 miles long and 35 miles wide. Yet, within that space, you will find lush rainforests as well as dry forests, sun-drenched beaches, mountain ranges, and even the brightest bioluminescent bay in the world. Whether you love hiking, swimming, surfing, or just relaxing under a palm tree, Puerto Rico is a natural playground. Those pictures that you see there, the first one is Cañón San Cristóbal, which is in Barranquitas, where our campus is located. And the other one is Bosque Toro Negro, which we were in a hiking tour with faculty. In the meantime, we were experiencing and having knowledge about nature. And the next slide, I love Puerto Rican beaches. I love them all, but those are like the most. Bulle in Cabo Rojo, with the southeast part of the west part of the island, and La Poza del Obispo, which whereas I was born in Arecibo, is the north side of the island. Those pictures are from my cell phone. I took them, so I will receive the credit. Next, please. We indeed are known for, oh, by our culture. Here, culture lives in every heartbeat. From the salsa rhythms to the colorful festivals in every town, life here is just vibrant. You'll eat mofongo, which is mashed plantains, hear reggaeton in the streets, and dance bomba en plena, which is our traditional music. But Puerto Rico is also a center of art, innovation, and education. Our universities are world class, and our people are passionate, warm, and welcoming. Next. Our political status is a little bit complicated. Puerto Rico, as I mentioned, is a U.S. territory. We are a non-incorporated U.S. territory, meaning that we must obey U.S. Constitution and rules. We use U.S. dollars and we use U.S. passport because since 1917 we are U.S. citizens. However, Puerto Ricans do not vote in the U.S. presidential election, and we don't really have representation in the Congress. Even though this situation shapes our daily lives, we don't change our cultural identity when, even though we are under the U.S. territory mandates, and people from Puerto Rico lives in the States, we brag about Puerto Rico and we wear and wave our Puerto Rican flag with pride. That picture that you see there is the Puerto Rican parade in New York. I think in June, the first week of June is celebrated, where we can wave our Puerto Rican flag with proud, with pride, I should say.
Mhm.
Why come to Puerto Rico? If you're looking for a place to study abroad that's different yet familiar and rich in culture, history, and nature, Puerto Rico is calling for you. You'll experience a way of life, improve your Spanish, and be part of a community that's creative, resilient, and deeply proud of its roots. Whether you're walking on the cobblestones of Old San Juan or sharing a plate of arroz con gandules and pasteles with friends, Puerto Rico is more than a destination. It's an experience that will stay with you for the rest of your life. So pack your curiosity and maybe some sunscreen and come to see for yourself. Están todos bienvenidos a venir a Puerto Rico.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sarah. Great job. Um, and now I'll have you take it over to introduce your campus, Inter-American
Yes.
University, Barranquitas.
Yes. As I mentioned, I'm Sara Cameron. I am a faculty in the Social Sciences and Criminal Justice department. I am also advisor to student organizations, and among other duties, I am also a co-director in a project that seeks student success through experiential learning and peer mentoring. Because of my involvement in students' matters, I was appointed to be an NSE coordinator in our campus in 2022. Next slide. We are located where the Puerto Rican flag it's spot on, and we are in the East Central Mountains region of the island. Our enrollment is about 1,000 students, so we are a small campus in terms of enrollment, but we are a pretty mountains and very forest campus.
Mhm.
Next slide. We have different programs, but the ones that are in the slide are the most notable academic programs. The one that I teach is criminal justice for sure, biology and biotechnology, business administration, culinary arts, and nursing. For each of them, we have laboratories with high-tech equipment that you will see. So you have a full experience of what it is to practice the profession in those programs. Even though our courses are taught in Spanish, STEM courses can be taught bilingual. But even though we teach in Spanish, our faculty is really open to helping students that may not have a basic Spanish. For example, we have a student that came a year ago, and she wanted to immerse in the adventure of being in Puerto Rico and being in Barranquitas and not knowing Spanish pretty well. And she managed. Our faculty was very helping with her. Students also helped her, and she got good grades. She got good grades. Um, what is so unique about our campus? It is special for many reasons. For example, the campus is also in the Central Mountain region of Puerto Rico, which is Barranquitas, and we offer a tranquil and picturesque setting, a focus on study and also reflection. The location provides students with a unique opportunity to immerse themselves in Puerto Rico's rich in cultural and natural heritage. What should students consider our campus? Students can engage in a state-of-the-art facilities and participate in a variety of research projects and professional practices. Also, you can be part of initiatives that prioritize environmental stewardship, sustainable development, and social justice. No doubt you will immerse yourself in a vibrant culture of Puerto Rico while studying in a community that values diversity and inclusion. Moreover, you can benefit from comprehensive programs, the ones that I mentioned earlier, and also all the programs of our campus. These that combine theoretical knowledge and practical application to achieve students' success and professionalization. We don't need, like I mentioned, we need just a basic knowledge of Spanish, but if you are adventurous enough, you can take the challenge and come to Puerto Rico and learn Spanish here. So embarking on a study abroad journey at Inter Barranquitas promises academic growth and professional enrichment as well.
Awesome, Sarah. And can you also talk about housing? I know that on-campus housing is not available. So how easy is it for a student to find a place to live off campus?
Yeah. Our administration, they are the ones that seeks for housing availability.
Mhm.
Is always walking distance, not even 5 minutes a walking distance. And there's like apartments where one student could be housed in it, or two or three students, depending on how many exchange students we'd have
Yep.
in the semester. But we take care of that. We make sure that the student have a place to stay, even though it's off campus, it's really close.
Yep. Wonderful. Perfect. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Appreciate
Of
it.
course.
Next up, we have Inter-American University Metropolitan and Mariela. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us, and thanks to NSE for allowing us to expose our campus a little bit more. So my name is Mariela Martinez. Besides being the NSE coordinator, I am the director of the International Relations Program. So that means I work alongside the international students, study abroad programs, and internships. So you can skip the slide, David. So the Inter-American University of Puerto Rico is the largest private university in the island. Founded in 1912, it has 9 campuses all around the island, and Metro being the largest unit with an enrollment of approximately 4,000 students. Our mission is to provide high quality, higher education in arts and sciences, foster academic excellence through civic, democratic, and Christian values. Metro is located in the capital city of San Juan, one of the oldest European founded cities in the Americas, located in the northern coast of the island, which provides easy access to other important areas, becoming a hub, just like Professor Sarah mentioned, becoming a hub for history, culture, and tourism. It's 15 minutes away from the airport, close to historical places such as one of my favorites, Old San Juan. And to those looking for adventures, surrounded by beaches, close to also the only tropical rainforest within the national forest system, which is El Yunque. Okay, so you can skip the slide, David. So we do have 4 academic programs, academic areas, I would say: science and technology, behavioral sciences, humanities, and business administration. What I would say differentiates us from other campuses is that we are the only one with 4 programs completely taught in English, which are nursing, psychology, biomedical science, and business administration. That means that we have students enrolled in one of those programs who may not speak any of the Spanish language. So NSE students can combine taking courses both in English and maybe those Spanish as a second language ones. So regarding housing, yes, we it's been like 4 or 5 years now since we have housing on-campus housing. It was a project that we had been waiting for a long time. The truth is that in San Juan it was difficult finding housing options for students that come from abroad, not just from other parts of the island. So we do have housing options. They hold up to 400 students. All students that stay in the dorms need to be enrolled in a university. Um, so yes, I just we're very excited to welcome more NSE students in the future, and we would love to continue this conversation. I'm gonna leave my contact information in the chat, so if you want to know a bit more about our campus, I'll be more than willing to. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mariela. Next up, we have Polytechnic University of Puerto Rico, or in Spanish, Universidad Politécnica de Puerto Rico. Take it away, Myra.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Polytechnic University of Puerto Rico, Universidad Politécnica. I'm Mayra Lopez. I'm the University Registrar and NSE coordinator, and also I'm the director of the exchange programs and international affairs in the institution. Polytechnic University of Puerto Rico is a private nonprofit institution of higher education founded in 1966. It is the nation's largest private Hispanic serving institution specialized in engineering. PUPR is an urban university located in the heart of the financial district called the Golden Mile in the capital city of San Juan. And since our beginnings, PUPR is specialized in technological professions of engineering and land surveying. Since 1995, we started our architecture program and also offers graduate and undergraduate programs in business and education. In 2001, a campus in Miami, Florida was established, and one in Orlando, 2003. The main campus, and we have an enrollment of 4,491 students in San Juan. Next slide, David. Okay, our notable academic programs, we have a niche in engineering. So all our engineering programs are very notable, civil engineering, computer engineering, computer science, environmental, chemical, industrial, land surveying, mechanical, aerospace, and we are the only institutions in Puerto Rico that offer the Bachelor of Science in biomedical engineering. Also, we have a notable academic program in architecture and interior designs. Through our computer science program, Puerto Rico, PUPR was designated as a National Center of Academic Excellence in Information Assurance Education by the National Security Agency and Department of Homeland Security. And these designations, we was redesignated by CAI in Information Assurance and Cybersecurity in 2020 until 2027. Our courses study in Spanish and some of them in English. depends of the professor. Although most courses are taught in Spanish, the textbooks, the final projects are presented in English. In addition, students can request to submit their exams, assignments, and projects in English, and our faculty is mostly bilingual. Also, our main campus is composed of 7 new buildings, including a new makerspace for the use of all our students, not only for engineering programs, also for the architecture students. And we have a housing across the street that belongs to the university campus. Why should students consider our campus? I think every Latino student from the Hispanic Serving Institution, there's a lot in the NSE, that belongs to NSE, can consider coming to study to the island, not only for our beauty and climate, just because we have the same accreditation, our institutions have the same accreditations and credentials valid in the United States, but on a lower cost in tuition and fees than the states. In the case of PUPR, we have the accreditation of Middle State Association. Our engineering programs are fully accredited by ABET, and the architecture program is accredited by NAAB, among others accreditations, professional accreditations of our programs. Also, nowadays institutions must be ranked, and PUPR participate in the QS ranking every year, and through rigorous and independent data collections and analysis of performance metrics as set out of the QStar rating methodology, PUPR was rated at a 4-star institution. PUPR is the only institution in Puerto Rico that voluntarily submitted this audit, obtained 4-star overall in QS rating, and the indicators of online learning, teaching, academic development, and inclusiveness obtained 5 stars, and employability has 4 stars. This is very important for us because, for us to encourage the students that comes to the Polytechnic University, they're going to receive a very outstanding education, equally to the United States. These elements are part of the appeal of studies in Puerto Rico, and also, inclusive, I have an success story of one of the NSE students that I received years ago. I don't know if I have time, David, for tell a little bit of the story of Adriana Gonzalez from California State University in Berkeley.
Yeah, I think we have a minute or two.
Okay. I received, she came to Puerto Rico, the NSE exchange students in 2013 for 1 year. She only knew how to speak a little Spanish, and she didn't write or read it very well also. However, our faculty allows her to present exams and papers in English. In addition, we use Blackboard platform as a repository to face-to-face courses. And the material is mostly in English. During her stay in Puerto Rico, she told me she had to go to San Francisco for an interview to continue her bachelor's degree. Upon her return, she asked me if she could transfer to PUPR to complete her bachelor's degree, since even though she was a resident of the state of California, her parents could not afford her higher education in the state. Her parents are fruit pickers, and she was a first-generation student. In contrast, in Puerto Rico, she could continue her study because education is not expensive at the States, allowing her to obtain the same professional degree with the same credentials, which would enable her to get engineering license. In 2019, Adriana earned her bachelor's degree in science in electrical engineering and returned to California, where she practiced her profession. So it's remained me to say that I'm blessed to able to work through the exchange program like NSE, to meet students like Adriana with great courage to work and get what they want to like in life. For the opportunity that NSE allowed me to support them in achieving their goals. If you have any questions about Polytechnic University, please don't hesitate to contact me through my email, mlopez@pupr.edu. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Myra. Thank you for sharing that student story.
Yeah, I think it's very important. Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. Next up, we have Sofia from Universidad del Sagrado Corazón.
Hola, buenas tardes. Like David said, my name is Sofia Lopez Ferrer. Yes, I hyphen the Ferrer because as a proud Puerto Rican woman, I am encouraged to also use my mother's maiden name. I am joined this afternoon by Juan Rivera. We are both your student mobility advisors over here in Sagrado. Say hi, Juan.
Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you all.
At Sagrado, we have divided the roles with student mobility. I work mainly with outbound students, and Juan is our incoming student advisor. So if any of you have nominated students and we have accepted them, they'll be working directly with Juan. Fun fact about me, I'm not just the student mobility coordinator. I am the principal designated school official, but I am also a proud Dolphin. Sagrado is my alma mater. I lived in this beautiful campus, not necessarily in this beautiful residence hall that is shown in the third picture from the left, but I did walk through those beautiful halls. The picture that you see in the center is actually our main building. It's iconic and it's part of the Historical Monuments Register in Puerto Rico. Picture on the left, Sagrado has a very green campus. Our mascot is the dolphin. Like I said, I'm twice dolphin. I'm very proud. The third picture is the male dorm, which is the on-campus housing where most of our incoming students will be staying if they come here and choose to live on campus. And on the right, just a bunch of people showing school spirit upon recently won Copa Comisionado in the inter-university athletic competitions in the end. Next slide, please. San Juan is divided in a few boroughs. You have Atorrey, where Mayrita in Politecnica is. You have Rio Piedras, where you have Luis Irizarry and Rumali in the UPR of Rio Piedras. And then you have Santurce. So Sagrado is located in Santurce on a very small hill that looks very, very small unless you are walking on high heels from the main gate up to our office. Next slide, please. I did duplicate our front page because I just wanted to rearrange the pictures, and I also wanted to celebrate that we are turning 145 this year. We will turn 145 on April 10th. Next slide, please. In turning 145, we are mentioning that Sagrado is currently the oldest educational project in Puerto Rico. We are located, like I mentioned before, at the heart of Santurce in the capital city of San Juan, a very vibrant and diverse neighborhood close to art, culture, entertainment, and tourist attractions. Just one metro stop from the financial district. Like Marita said, it's called the Golden Mile or La Milla de Oro. And you can actually walk to the beach. The beach is a good 20-minute walk from our dorms to the beaches in Ocean Park, for example. As far as the academic program goes, Sagrado is divided in 5 schools. Our top contender is the School of Communication. It's rated as a top-ranked school for communication in both Puerto Rico and the Caribbean. Its film and audiovisual production major is the largest program right now, but the communication school also has journalism, public relations, strategic communication, and I'm probably missing a few others. However, we have recently revamped our School of Arts, Design, and Creative Industry. And in Puerto Rico, we have a saying that le está dando la pelea. Ya no tenemos un caballito de pelea, now we have 2, ¿verdad? So the School of Arts, Design, and Creative Industry, it's revamped. It's bringing music, dance, theater, photography, a very, very unique program that it's called the Experiences Design. It's a tourism and events program focused. It's actually, we also have a bachelor's degree in events production and creative industries management. Speaking of management, we also have a School of Business and a School of Health and Science. We also have a few multidisciplinary programs where you can combine your interests and talents and probably study a major or two combined, like a double bachelor's degree, and combine also minors as well. Other unique programs include the International Studies and Global Communication bachelor's degree, our Computer Sciences and Applied Digital Technologies, which is have been recently boosted with a Computing at Sagrado federal grant, the Tourism and Events program that I just mentioned. We have a very unique minor, which is the Human Diversity and Oppression. And yes, as part of the School of Business, we still have our Sustainable Development program. Currently at Sagrado, you have about 5,000 dolphins walking around, or 5,000 students between our undergrad and graduate programs. Our courses are mostly taught in Spanish. Only a handful of classes are actually taught in English. They vary per semester, so Spanish is our instructional language and a B2 level or higher is required. Although, like Sarah was mentioning before, some students might feel courageous enough to come to the island with very little knowledge of Spanish, we do encourage coordinators to test that with your student. How does your student feel in a Spanish-speaking environment? Because although Puerto Rico is a commonwealth of the United States, and we do have both languages, Spanish and English, as official languages in the island, it is a common misconception that every single person on the island is bilingual. Not everyone is. So yes, Spanish is required if you want to have a both personally and academically successful experience at Sagrado. That said, a lot of our textbooks and resources are in English, and both Juan, myself, and everybody in our office speaks English. Also, our people at the dorm, some of our staff, and you're always going to find a friendly face to help you out if you need any help at all. Housing options, like I mentioned before, Sagrado has 3 on-campus residence halls. I lived 4.5 years in one of the oldest buildings of those residence halls. They were very, very happy years. They did look a little bit differently, though. They were yellow and blue, not necessarily a couple of shades of gray like they are now, but they were very happy years. We currently have double or triple occupancy, completely subject to availability. Rooms are furnished and air conditioned. You share bathrooms. Depending on the building, we have freshman accommodations in the buildings that used to be called damas, or the buildings for ladies. And then we have suite accommodations, 6 people per villa, 6 people per suite sharing 1 bathroom, and the male dorm. Currently, all 3 of our buildings are actually co-ed by floor, males on 1 floor, females on the next. And although we do offer on-campus housing comes with a very strict rule book. We are a Catholic school. We do encourage people to abide by those rules. We have no tolerance of alcohol or substances on campus. So everybody who's looking to stay on campus, they must know that there are rules. They are meant to be followed, and not doing so can result in program termination if need be. Off-campus housing may be considered, but unlike Mariela and our fellows at the Inter, we do not help you with that. That has to be completely self-managed. There are a couple of neighborhoods around and streets where you can find small apartments occupying 2 or 3 people at the same time. Some people do use them. We also have a nursing program. People come on their rotations to the island, and sometimes they house on those apartments near the campus. The campus is walking distance to one of the metro stations, the train station over here. So you can live off campus, but yes, it has to be self-managed. Next slide, please. I just wanted to show a little video of our campus. We are a very mission-centered academic. We have a very mission-centered academic curriculum, and this video shows a little bit of that. Please play. very much, David. If anybody feels inspired or if they want my personal why as to why Sagrado, Sagrado is a little bit of home to me. I not only went to school here a few decades ago, I came back 20 years later for my master's, but I also met my husband here, 23 years and counting, and my son, who's turning 21 soon, learned how to swim at the dolphin pool in Sagrado. Sagrado is not only a beautiful campus, very green, up on a hill. We have summer programs available. I wanted to mention that, and we actually hosted one of David's last year. Darren Gomez, who was very lovely, a lovely person to have on campus. We went to have a couple of alcapurrias before he left. My fellow Puerto Ricans know what I'm talking about. We have summer 1 and summer 2 sessions with a handful of courses taught in English, but mostly courses dedicated to general education requirements and a very, very few courses specifically from some of our majors or minors. Course selection is limited, but you can take up to 2 classes in Spanish during summer 1 or summer 2. So we are available for summer always. But like I said, Sagrado is home to me. You not only get your education here, you can start dreaming here, you can start constructing your dreams here, and you can even start your family here. Choose to do so. Thank you very much. Gracias.
Thank you very much, Sophia. Next up, we have Nelly Ortiz from University of Puerto Rico, Bayamón.
Hi all, I'm Nelly Ortiz Reyes from the University of Puerto Rico at Bayamón. Our campus was founded in 1971. Our nickname is the Cowboys. And Bayamón is located at the north side of the island at 40 minutes from Luis Muñoz Marin Airport. Our enrollment is almost 3,000 students, so we are small campus. Next, please. Our notable academic programs include our majors and minors are adaptive physical education for children or teens with or without special needs. That program is unique in Puerto Rico. Business include accounting, finance, management, and marketing. The biology department, the NSE student can enroll in human approach or general biology. Our computer science, it also have information systems and computer science, electronic engineering, technology, education, which includes preschool and in elementary, procurement, and operations management. We also offer general programs with courses that support the instructions of this department, and transfer programs in which the student studies for 2 years on campus and then transfers to UPR Rio Piedras or UPR Mayagüez. The NSE students can enroll also in other programs like chemistry, engineering, English, humanities, mathematics, social sciences, and Spanish. The language of instructions is in Spanish. Some books are in English and other in Spanish. It varies from departments or courses. Most of our faculty and students speak English fluently, so it is likely that an incoming student can speak English while improving their Spanish. Our university does not offer on-campus housing. Finding accommodations in the area can be, like said in the presentation, somewhat challenging, especially during peak academic periods. Therefore, we strongly recommend that the students begin their search for housing as early as possible. To assist the student in the process, we will share a list of links to online platforms and websites where they can explore available accommodation near the university. These resources will help them find alternatives that match their needs and budget. Now we have a student from Wisconsin, and he is staying at a private apartment that is 20 minutes walking from the university. Is a secure place, is a great place to stay because he have everything, like a little apartment, and only for $450, including water and electricity and all the other necessities that he have. He have just beside a Walgreens. In front, he have a bakery, So we have so many places that can do the student a good place to stay, but they are private. So the student have to do their work in that area. The advantage to be a little university is that here everybody knows who is Tyler Glenn. Everybody love him. He is now a TikToker, and now he's so popular there. Other students and employees adopt him, and he told me that he wants to stay there, but unfortunately he can't. So here he is going to stay until July. So he's having a good time there. And you students are going to be in good hands if you send them to UPR Bayamon. I have a presentation with more information about UPRB and Bayamon Town that I can share with you if you like it, and I can give you more detailed information. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Nelly. Nelly, if you want to put your email address in the chat, and I would
Okay,
invite everybody else who's already presented to do that as well for folks to
okay,
follow up.
perfect.
Thank you, Nelly. Next up, we have University of Puerto Rico, Humacao, Tanya.
Hi, thank you. Good
Thank
afternoon, everyone. I'm Tania Ramos Gonzalez, professor from the University of Puerto Rico in Humacao. The campus was founded in 1906 as the first regional college of the UPR, provide access to students from the eastern region of the country, very close to Vieques Island, and facilitate their transfers to other UPR unities with greater academic offering. We have a Humacao Natural Reserve, or Punta Santiago Natural Reserve is a natural reserve located in the southeastern coast of Puerto Rico between the municipalities of Humacao and Naguabo. Also we have a Casa Roy museum, a historic museum showcasing the architecture and history of the area. We have a population of 58,004,066, and our enrollment, the next photo, the next slide, is over 2,000. A fun little detail is our mascot, as you can see in one of the photos, is the owl. The pair of owl are named Bruno and Brianna. Okay, the next slide. Some of our notable academic programs are business administration, natural science, physics, microbiology, and computer science. Some programs we have that are unique in Puerto Rico are marine biology, wildlife management, physics applied to electronics, social science with social action research, and Puerto Rican and Caribbean studies. Some that are unique at the UPR system are industrial chemistry and international trade. What courses are taught in English? The ones offered in the English department only. Spanish proficiency is required for all other departments. Housing options on campus, housing made available in the coming year. We also offer assistance with finding off campus, and rent is roughly $600 per month. And now we can share a short video about our university. Thank you.
There we go. Thank you so much, Tanya. Next up, we're going to hear from University of Puerto Rico, Mayagüez, with Ilia Velez Ledesma.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. It's good to see your faces. And my name is Ilia Velez Ledesma. I'm the acting director of the Student Exchange Program here at University of Mayagüez. I have been in the office since like 23 years ago. I started like as an administrative assistant, and then 10 years later, I'm becoming an acting director. So I'm very glad of that. So our campus is located in the west area of Puerto Rico. It's a little far from the capital, San Juan, but this city is very big, very vibrant. There's always something happening here, sports, concerts, different activities. So the students are going to have a very good time here. We are very close also to beautiful beaches, and we are also known as the Sultana of the West, the city of pure waters, the city of the mangoes. You're gonna have see a lot of mangoes, tree mangoes in the whole city. What your student maybe wants to come to our campus? Well, our campus was known as engineering and agriculture. It started that way, but we also have a business administration faculty and also arts and science. The college is also the largest of its kind in Puerto Rico, and engineering is fully accredited by ABET. And also the students have a lot of opportunity in the agricultural fields because we have different agricultural experimental stations around the island, so they can practice with behind the different parts of the majors that they are in. And we have a lot of variety of courses taught in English, mainly in sciences, mathematics, and in humanities. We have different students that the Spanish is very basic, but if they can register in English courses, and they usually manage very well outside of the campus. About the housing options, we don't have on-campus housing, but our office provide assistance to the students because usually we have like a method that the exchange student our students that are going on exchange leave their spots for the incoming students. So we offer them these places. Also, we have a list of landlords that we have some kind of agreements with them, and they also share their places. And why coming to University of Puerto Rico, Mayagüez? Well, our tuition is very cheap. University of Puerto Rico, as David mentioned, other colleagues, are the only public university in Puerto Rico. So the credits is 157 dollars per credit. So the students, our campus is open in both plans. So we are receiving a lot of students that prefers to pay here. So, and that because the financial aid stay with the student. So what to expect coming here? We have a registration priority for the students. We have a body system. So we have a student support group that help the students during the adaptation, to hang out with them, to help them in every way they can. Also, the students have access to research, sports, community experience, cultural, social, and academic activities. Our office also offers 4 cultural trips during the semester for the student to enjoy the island, the beaches, rivers, mountains, forests. So if the student wants an experience that the student feel like a local, to have a good immerse in the language. And also we have two big fairs, job fairs during the year, so a lot of students can find part-time jobs, internship, full-time jobs, and the incoming student can participate in that fair. So if you want more information about my campus, I'm gonna put my email in the chat. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Ilia. And last up, we're going to get right in under the hour mark. We have University of Puerto Rico, Rio Piedras, Rumaliz. Please take it away.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rumaliz Santini. I've been working for the University of Puerto Rico, Rio Piedras for like a year now. Even though I'm new in Rio Piedras, I'm in the system of the University of Puerto Rico for a long time, for 20 years. I've been working in various offices, but this has been like one of the best experiences I have, because I came back to this working as an exchange coordinator after years, and I'm very proud to be working in the University of Rio Piedras. As you can see in the slide, our symbol is the clock tower, and it's culturally made, or it was made because it was emanating the Salamanca's tours of Spain. And we have a very Spaniard construction here in the university. So that's one of the perks of here, of our cultural in here in Rio Piedras. We were founded in 1903. We have 122 years of continuous services. We are located in San Juan, Rio Piedras. It's very full of culture. Even our small businesses, excuse me, shows and teach you how to dance plena or bomba, or some days they have salsa, and sometimes it's even free for the students like to enjoy. So those are the small businesses that are around the university, and it's one of the perks that all the students like a lot when they come here, because most of our students they want to have like the full experience of our culture. So I think it's one of the things that they look for, even though they come here to learn Spanish or to, have a unique academic experience. They also want to know more about Puerto Rico. Next slide, please. Like I said, we're in Puerto Rico, in the north. Give the next slide. We have more than 11,000 students, undergraduate students, including undergraduate and graduate students. And we have about 61 bachelor's degrees, different bachelor's. But one of the major, I think this one is the iconic here in the university, is architecture and business communication, education, and natural science, humanities, and general studies. We have a lot of accreditations. A few of them are for business. We have like a 21. No, we got more. We got less. We got lots of that. Wait. We have AAC SB, that's a business school accreditation. We have NAB, the School of Architect. We have ALA, American Library Association. We have CORE, a Council of Rehabilitation for Education. That's for student services. We have ABA, because we also have a law school. And we have ABET, that's engineering and technology, because of the investigations that we have here in the university. We have about 29 libraries and separated in the campus, and we have 22 research centers that are certified by the Carnegie Foundation for the Advance of Teaching. Our courses are taught in Spanish. It's a B2 level or higher, but there's we have identified like 100 courses that are taught in English. It all depends on the faculty, right? It is not, it all depends on the faculty. Most of the textbooks are and references are in English. But socially, there's a lot of people that speaks English here, even though they try to teach you. But you have to, like, I have to point out, and it's just one of the experiences that I've been living here recently. Students that have poor language in Spanish doesn't mean that they cannot evolve. They will be helped. Our professors are very open to help the student and to accommodate them for they can have a better experience in the Spanish language. If they find that the student cannot like have that class, they try to accommodate them to an average where they can, and they will evolve. Most of the students that I had this semester, we had to do some changes in their courses, and professors were even calling us to help the student out. So one of our, my goal is that the student will have a rich experience and they can learn better their Spanish. I think it's one of our perks, and the professors are very open to that soon too. But I do encourage that they do know Spanish, because when they're out in like the social life, right, you will find a lot of people that speak English, and maybe they're not going to have any problems, but there are going to be areas that they do not speak in Spanish. And there's offices here that everyone speaks English. There's the majority speaks English, and they do understand. If they don't find someone that speaks English, they will call me, or they'll call in the office, and anybody here will help them out. What I do is I walk them into wherever we have to do any, arrangement for anything else, and I'll just take them myself and I'll work with them and translate. And I love doing it. I love them to also know what they're going through, right, in the university, so to see how we can make the experience a little bit better.
Yep.
Rumali,
I'm gonna jump in real quick. Just mention housing real quick, and then I gotta wrap it up.
Okay. We do have, it's not ours university, but it's a private campus. It's on campus. It's just 2 minutes away from the university. It's just right across the street from the university. So we do have space if they want to live here. What I'm also experiencing is that lots of students have families here, and they can stay with their family members if they prefer that. If they don't have a family member, we do provide them with a list of private housing, and we will assist them with that too.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Rumaliz. If you want to add your email address to the chat, that'd
Sure.
be helpful. I know a lot of you are taking off. That's wonderful. Feel free to go if you want to go. Sophia actually shared a great video, I think, that gets to the kind of heart and spirit of Puerto Rico. So I'll be playing this as people log off. Thank you again so much for being here. Thank you so much for the presenters. Really appreciate it.
Puerto Rico has been my home for as long as I can remember, and my love for it only grows deeper with time. When we call ourselves Boricua, it's not just the fact that we were born here. It's the very fabric of life in this beautiful place. To visit Puerto Rico is to live Boricua. And when you show love for our island will love you back. To love Puerto Rico is to know our story, our language. It's to immerse yourself in our rich culture passed down through generations. And in the pride we carry for our island and our people, who are bright, passionate, and full of life.
Every inch of this island tells a story. And as Boricuas, we love, cherish, honor, and protect it. And it's the responsibility of every visitor we share it with to do the same.
To love Puerto Rico is to support our people, local businesses, artisans, and states that preserve and celebrate our culture. Their passion is the heartbeat of this island, reflected in everything they create. To love Puerto Rico it is to carry this gratitude and respect, creating a meaningful and lasting impact on the island and its people. To love Puerto Rico is to embrace our uniquely local customs through a culinary adventure, honoring the skilled hands of our farmers and the unmistakable Boricua touch of our chefs, preparing that perfect mofongo, or arroz con pollo, or the irresistible lechon you'll taste in the mountains. To love Puerto Rico is to choose restaurants that celebrate locally grown produce, ensuring every bite sustains our traditions and our support for our fincas. To love Puerto Rico is to dance the sounds and rhythms that are uniquely ours. Salsa, bomba, and plena flow through our veins like lifeblood. To love Puerto Rico is to let your feet take you off the beaten path, discovering hidden gems and helping to preserve the beauty of our most treasured places. To love Puerto Rico is to connect with El Yunque, the sun-kissed shores of our breathtaking beaches, and the ethereal glow of the bioluminescent bays that are a masterpiece of nature. These places are more than just landscapes. They are the essence of who we are. To love Puerto Rico is to protect fiercely and do our part to maintain our natural resources, knowing there are gifts we share with the world and a legacy for generations to come. To discover Puerto Rico is a story, a connection, an experience that will stay with you forever. To love Puerto Rico is to carry our spirit in your heart, knowing that there's no place like this in the world. With love, Amaury.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Sophia, for sharing that video, and thank you all for being here. I actually am going to end the recording, and